Hey y'all, I'm Kat
Grizz
from Windmill Farm in North Mississippi, and today we are joining in a collaboration that was started by Lomah Acres, and it is the Baker Creek Newlywed game.
See, we both have ours, so we had our own answers. Just saying.
For this collaboration, there's going to be a couple of giveaways attached to it. One, if you go down in the comments and you comment that this is your favorite video, then we're entered in a little giveaway. And
hey, look, vote for us.
Vote for us.
We need the votes.
But the other thing is, out of those, we will actually be able to give away two. Are you ready for it?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Whole seed catalog.
I had mine upright, y'all. You noticed that, right?
Yeah, but mine was off camera. We'll actually be able to give away two of those to two of our viewers.
Yep.
Now, we also have a giveaway coming up when we reach 500 subscribers. Baker Creek is actually donating seeds for us to give away.
Yes, we just contacted them. We were not even trying to get. This is a little shameless plug for Baker Creek, because we didn't even call them, get a hold of them to ask to donate seeds to us. We simply want to know, what was your best-selling seeds?
Yeah, we were just looking for information, and Baker Creek, being the fantastic and awesome people that they are.
Yes. They decided to jump in and help us out since we're a smaller channel, and at our 500 subscriber, we're going to go in, and there's an algorithm we can put in the computer, and it's going to pull some folks out. We're going to pull multiple people, because we don't just have seeds to give away, y'all.
We got a couple other things.
We've got 3 or 4 things we're giving away there. We're not going to give it away. Just, y'all come on, tell your friends, come over and like us, because we really want to get to that 500 so we can give this giveaway. We're really excited about it,
We're stoked to be able to do that. So, but
back to the game. Okay, we're fixing to start the game, the Newlywed game, with Baker Creek seeds.
So here's how it's going to work. We're going to read the questions. He'll be reading the odd number questions. I'll be reading the even number questions.
Because I'm odd. It's okay.
And so every time he reads a question, we will answer it from his point of view first, and then we'll show it the answer from my point of view, and vice versa when I read the questions.
Yep.
So, y'all ready for this?
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry. All right. First question.
He wanted to do a whole dress up 1970s.
I was fixing to say, I was going to go out and find a polyester suit and a tie, and I had no problem coming in here with the true Newlywed game. I love that whole thing. Yes. Hey, if y'all want to see it, I'll redo it. Let me know in the comments. We can do this, okay? All right, question 1 is, what fruit or vegetable would describe your partner?
All right.
Now, I had to think about this one for a while, and I came up with the perfect one for 2 reasons, okay? Now, let me put my sheets down here, and I'm going to pull up her ant that I did for her, okay? French breakfast radishes.
All right, you ready to see if I answered the same thing? I thought he would say I was a French breakfast radish.
The reason I say that is this is one of the first radishes she ever grew. First vegetables she ever grew. And she loved it, okay? But because it's from an old world radish, it's red-headed on top, white on bottom.
And if you're following along, it's on page 80 in the Baker Creek catalog. The free seed catalog.
In the free seed catalog. I decided to go with that because of her being a redhead, and simply because she is sweet and tart, and she's old-fashioned. And our SCA game that we play, she comes from France. So it kind of just all went together. Her first thing she ever grew and everything else. So that was my answer.
All right. So here's my answer for him. Y'all ready for this? I chose the classic beefsteak tomato. And if you're following along, it's on page 99.
Okay, I did not think she'd pick that for me. I picked sweet passion melon.
But there's the beefsteak. And it's because you're such a beefsteak.
Thank you. All right. I picked the sweet passion melon. It's on page 60 on the free. It's right there in the middle. because it is a sweet passion. Alrighty.
Alright, question number 2. This is, what was the first choice of seeds in the Baker Creek seed catalog? Again, we're running out of the free one. So, what I said he would choose first, and you have to understand, some of these choices we're making, it's not necessarily stuff that's just for us, because we do go to farmers markets and stuff. Some of our choices do have to be made from a sellable standpoint. So, that's some of the choices, not all of them, but some of them. But I picked Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, and it's on page 82.
Okay. I thought she would pick cosmic purple carrots.
No, it was supposed to be your first choice, not my first choice.
Well, that's my first choice this year. I've had a problem growing carrots. And I don't like the, what is it, the cosmic blacks?
The
Black Nebula. The Black Nebula had a great taste, but no bigger than it is. It's something we can't really sell. But in the same genre of having something other than a regular orange carrot, I really like that cosmic purple. It's on page 27. It's down here at the bottom. And it's got a purpley color to it, but it is an orange inside. I know people like the Black Nebula because it is purpley black on the inside too.
And we're told it juices out pink, but we don't juice, so
yes,
we don't
juice.
Sure.
So, but that was the reason. It was something that it tastes good. It's big. It's an orange, but it's got something a little bit different to it.
And Bloomsdale long-standing spinach is on page 82, and it's just a real good standard. Everybody will eat this sort of spinach, which is kind of why. And it's a cold weather crop. And it's getting time to plant cold weather stuff here.
Now, my choice for her was her first seed choice. Brad's Atomic Tomato. Ever since she first saw this thing, she has fell in love with it. I don't know how many packs of seeds we got over there. I can guarantee we will buy some more seeds again this year.
Well, yeah. Actually, my first choice was the candy cane mix of zinnias. And it is on page 140. And I know probably everybody in the world has seen the Brad's Atomic
Tomato. I mean, if you've even picked up or watched anything with any of us, you'd have seen it by now. So
there it is. But I'm kind of like Jess from Roots and Refuge. I have this just insane love of things variegated. I think they're so pretty. They look like they've been, painted by God. And so that's why I like the candy cane mix. Though I will say the Lime Queens are really pretty too.
All right. The next one. What plant is an absolute must for your spouse?
All right, so this is your option for me, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, my option for her, we're going all the way to the back. Echinaceas. Okay?
Kajari melon.
Yes, I could have probably pulled that up, but yes, I pulled the echinaceas. And like I said, the echinaceas that I was looking at are back on page 115 of the catalog. And there's some...
The Kajaris are on page 60. Now, this will be a new grow for us this year. We will be getting some. We're interested to see what the taste is like. There are some cantaloupes I like. They've got to be ripe, but not overripe. I'm very picky when it comes to cantaloupes. Like most foods.
I'm not.
But we've heard great things about this, so we're really interested in growing that and seeing how it turns out here in our area. Alright, so what I picked for him was, and he probably didn't pick this, was the Rocky Top lettuce salad.
No, I think my main thing to go to is snow peas. This early time of the year, if y'all seen my videos, I'm as bad as Jess's little son. When I grow snow peas.
Oh, Lord, he's not lying.
I will eat them straight in the garden. So, that's my problem.
But the Rocky Top is on page 51. It's up here. It's actually very similar to that mix of stuff that we grew last year. But it's all in one packet versus us getting multiple packets and plants from different places.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, number 4. What plant did your spouse choose because they believed you wanted it? Oh no. I think I read that wrong when I picked it out. Okay. This is my answer for you.
Okay.
I did. I flipped that. I thought that you would pick out, for me, the Orchid Cream. How do you say that? Nasturtium?
Yeah, Nasturtiums.
And they're on page 131. This is actually a...
I did pick out a flower, but that's not what I picked out. I picked out zinnias because she is like Jess. She wants her zinnias. So I was like, this has got to be done.
Well, again, it's another... The Orchid Cream is another variegated one. But these are actually edible flowers. Kind of like pansies. You can take these and throw them off into salads and stuff. And that's a big point for us. And yes, the zinnias, really and truly, I'll take them all.
The zinnias on page 139 in the back of the catalog.
But that's a big thing for us when it comes to flowers. Is it's either got to be really great for our pollinators, or it's got to be edible. It's kind of a requirement for us to have flowers here.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead.
All right, so
squash.
Hey, I got that right.
Yay!
Crookneck
squash.
God. And I specified actual crookneck because he loves his crookneck squash.
Yep. It's right here on page 83.
Yep.
Halfway in the middle. And folks, part of the reason why I grow the crookneck, I love it. I also love the straight neck. The crookneck was something my grandmother grew. And if y'all listen to why I've gotten into gardening, why I do the things that I do, part of the reason is because my grandmother planted that seed in me early on. And it's slowly but surely grown. And this is my way of connecting with her.
Yeah.
Okay? So that is my reason for that. All right? Number 5. What did your spouse want in the catalog but avoided because you did not? Okay. My answer...
I can almost guarantee we probably did not match up on this.
Eggplant.
But you want eggplant. You grew eggplant last year.
I do want eggplant to sell, but it's not something that I eat myself. It's just something I just don't eat. And believe it or not, we didn't have good result with the eggplant at all. The ants tore us up on the eggplant.
Yeah.
Every time it put a bloom out, the ants would just annihilate the bloom. So as much as I would love to have it, with us not using pesticides to keep the ants and stuff back, it really does me no good right now where we're at to plant the eggplant, because even if I want to sell it at the market, I can't because it's not even going to Fruitaceous.
Well, I thought you would be avoiding asparagus.
I love asparagus.
But I know that it's something that has to go into a permanent bed, and with it not being something that I'm going to eat either, that was just what I...
Yeah, I can see that.
So...
All right, and my other answer, or what I figured the other one was, kale. So what?
Well, what I would avoid getting because you wouldn't want it would be amaranth.
The only reason I wouldn't want amaranth is just you got to have...
That's on page 10.
Yes, is because you've got to have so much of it. Does that make sense? And we just really don't... Where we live on the... Yes, y'all hear us... y'all have joked with us about our little 70-acre farm. But the problem with that is we only have about 5 acres, and that's including where we put the cow, where we put the goats,
that
where we
we're
put
really
the sheep.
allowed to use.
Exactly.
And there's only 15, 20 tops that's actually open to be able to use for anything like that.
I don't even think it's 15. Anyway, we don't have much. It's open. But if y'all have ever noticed when you're showing our videos, we're doing from the top of a ridge down on everything down through here. Well, our driveway goes down the main ridge. So everything from that point forward that needs to be grown grows on an angle. And you just have to have so much for the amaranth. That's the reason I wouldn't want it, just simply because, and I would love to have it. But it's no sense in getting it. So, all right.
Number 6. Now, this is specifically on page 63.
Mm-hmm.
This is the okra question.
Yep.
So, what did your spouse pick from the okra page 63? Now, I know what he picked. He picked the Clemson Spineless.
No, I did not. The Jing Orange.
Really?
I want the Jing orange. I want that different. I want something. And the reason is yes, the spineless is good for canning and for boiling like I like. But everything I've read about this, Jing orange, I really want to grow it this year, and I want to taste it because, from my understanding, it's even a better taste than the Clemson spineless, and it's supposed to be just as good.
Well, what did you think I picked?
The Star of David.
I picked the Jing orange. See, we were both wrong. We were set that like we knew what this was. We had this question down.
We need to like not be married or something. I don't know. Alrighty. Number 7. Outside of fruit trees, what is a must fruit for your spouse?
All right.
Now, I know what I picked, and I think it's the only one because it's in the catalog. I picked strawberry. Jessica, strawberries. Yep.
And it's on page 43.
Yes, I picked strawberries. That's what I knew that she loves. If y'all have seen my strawberry bed, here, I'll show you my other page, strawberry. If you've seen our strawberry beds, that was because she wanted them. I like growing strawberries myself. It's not that I don't love them. It's just that I specifically put the strawberries in for her, and we love it. And I'm going to keep the beds going, and we might even have plans to give away this year again.
All right, so I thought for him, his must-go-to fruit would be the Sugar Baby Watermelon, which is on page 108.
Blueberries.
And they don't have any in the catalog.
They don't have none in the catalog, but blueberries is my go-to fruit. I have, if you've seen my
It was
orchard,
either the watermelon or the blackberries. That's what I figured you.
Or blackberry. I could do the blackberry. Blackberry, blueberry could have been
but
either one.
Sugar Baby's up here in the corner on page 108.
Yep. Alrighty. You got number 8.
Okay, what kind of tree fruit is a must for your spouse? Now, you know we have our orchard that we've started down here, and there's several different types of fruit down there in the orchard. But he always goes on and on about this, so my thought is plum.
Cherry.
Oh Lord, this is the okra question all over again. What'd you pick for me?
Apple.
Cherry.
I picked apples because you love the Fuji apples all the time.
I do, and I love baking with apples.
Yes.
I like to do a lot of
And the
apple
cherries
cooking.
are really more my thing because I make all both the jellies from it, but I also make the meads
I like
from
just
it.
eating them.
Well, I like eating them too. Lord have mercy. All right. Question number 9.
All right, this is another specific.
This is a specific that we got to get to. It's going to be page 137 in your catalog.
136, 137. It's a
full spread. And it's what variety of sunflower did your spouse pick? Now, her true sunflower wasn't in this one, but I picked the next best one that I could. And that was the Evening Star down here at the bottom, which is a very, very vibrant fall sunflower with both oranges and yellows and reds in it. And I figured she would love that. So that's what I picked for her.
And the sunflower that I saw and that I was most excited to get to try to grow this year was one called Teddy Bear. And it is actually very close to the gold coin. So that's actually the one that I had picked was the gold coin because it's very close to the teddy bear.
We only have, I don't know how many of these damn things.
Sunflowers is one of those things that
They're like the zinnias or the echinacea. We could literally grow fields of those and we would be happy.
Yeah. So what I thought he would pick is the mammoth gray stripe. Which is down here in this corner. So what did you pick?
Lemon Queen. And the reason I picked the Lemon Queen was because it's real good for the bees.
So it's up here.
Yeah.
Though I do think we will either do the Mongolian giant or the mammoth gray stripe. And that's just going to be so that we can start trying to grow a little bit more of our own animal feed. And sunflower seeds are really good for a lot of your animals.
Yep. Alrighty. Number 10 is the last question, and it's for you.
All right. So, out of these 3 options, What is your spouse's preferred method of gardening? Back to Eden, in ground, or raised beds? His preferred method is in ground.
Y'all, the reason I like in ground is that's what I grew up on. I understand. I've had to change my mind. We're trying the intensive raised beds because I understand the problems that it's causing the ground with erosion and everything else. So that's the reason I've gotten. But what I know and what I can grow from without even thinking when I plant is tractor rowing up, doing it that way.
Yeah.
All right. Now my answer for her is raised bed.
Yep. Now we're probably going to catch some flack from people who wholeheartedly and truly believe in Back to Eden Garden. We understand the science behind it. We have looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
We have talked about it. We have researched it extensively. You have to understand we don't have the climate here for that.
We don't. And we don't have the area between our rain and humidity and the things that we do get here. We would have feast in a Back to Eden for a short time period, and then we would have famine when it comes summertime, when you're talking no rain for 4 months.
Then when you're talking about you're putting all of this organic material in there and you're letting it compost down and everything, that would be fine when we hit our wet fall, our wet winter.
Mm-hmm.
But come spring, what we would end up having to worry about is the mold growing in it and mushrooms and the mildew. And the mushrooms, to a certain degree, are not a problem. We do have quite a bit of edible mushrooms around here, but we also do have some mushrooms that will make you very sick. And then you run into you've got the spores in there, and then whenever it does get wet, it fruits, it's eating up all the nutrients in there that you need for your plants. We quite literally do not live in, and we don't really have access to like the hardwood chips that are necessary for that.
Matter of fact, I'm having to source some now for the new mushroom bed we're putting in under the muscadines. So,
and like we actually tried to incorporate some of the Back to Eden by using straw for the compost in our raised beds. What we found out is because what they sell for straw is not run through as stringent as straw in, say, the Midwest, where that has really been broken down, and it is nothing but stalk left for the most part, and you very rarely get any seeds out of it. We don't get that here. We get basically what they cut out of the dove fields that they weren't going to use for animal feed or anything anyway. So
it had a lot of seeds is what she's trying to get to. We had a lot of growth. I literally was growing wheat more than I was growing anything else because once it got there, it started growing. So unfortunately, in this part of the world, I will never use straw again.
Yeah, and Back to Eden just won't work for us.
All right, y'all. That was our 10 questions with our Newlywed game. We got some right. Some we didn't get so right. Some we weren't even close. I'm just saying. And we've been together, 11 years now?
Yeah.
So we still got some learning to do with one another, but we got a bonus today.
Okay.
All right. The bonus is the 3 channels that we would like to see.
You got them?
I know what my 3 channels are going to be. What are your 3 channels?
My 3 channels are whatever your 3 channels are.
Oh, really? Okay. We were supposed to be guessing what the other person's 3 channels were. I could almost guess what some of hers were. Probably the Honey Homestead.
The Honeystead.
Roots and Refuge. Because she loves Jess and Maya and everything. And then I really didn't know what your third one would be. I was kind of blank on that one. But I can tell you what my 3 would have been. My 3 would have been Big Bear Homestead.
Yep.
Get Jason and them in it. Broussard's Homestead. Because, well, we're always down there, and Brett and them, they can handle this. I think Brett can handle it. If Jason can handle it, Brett can handle it. And then the last but not least was Southern Homestead.
Southern Bless.
Southern Bless. Sorry, Mac and Patty. But Mac and Patty were just right up the road from us here. They're less than 30 minutes from us. We go up there and say hi to them occasionally. They've come down here and said hi to us. So my third one would have been Southern Blessed. So All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this with us. Don't forget, vote for us. Best video on the thing. Vote.
Come over, subscribe to us if you haven't already subscribed so we can hurry up and do our Baker Creek giveaway.
Yes. And here's the other kicker. Remember, put in there, the Lomah Acres has got it to where someone's going to get 2 of these big. That's the whole seed catalog. This thing is thick. Okay?
2 winners.
All right, 2 winners to get that. So y'all, make sure you come over, you like it, you say what you're going to. Y'all don't have to worry about, doing anything extra. It's not like going over to Lomah Acres and liking their channel. If you haven't already been over there, by all means, please go over. There's a wealth of information there. There's a wealth of information from all the homesteads that we've mentioned. Okay? So y'all, we're going to tell you, as always, have a blessed day. And
as always, be safe.